Hello class, it's Dr. Mike here with a few bits of Linux for you. So here we're looking at systemd service control. So in a previous video we talked about check config and service command sort of working together to either set when to run a service, check config, or actually start or stop or get a status of existing service, which is the service command. Systemd based systems, which honestly is going to seems to be more widespread. The init based systems are going to the wayside, and this is probably more common to see this. Systemd uses the systemctl command or system control. So our main command for systemctl, this does both. This will do the, as you can see here, start or stop. Also, you can activate or deactivate a service. So this does both. This actually does the role of setting when a service runs and starting or stopping a service. But it has a couple things different about it. And here you can see right off the bat um, the name itself. So we still have HTTPD. That hasn't changed. But there's a dot here and a dot service. So daemons now actually have services, sockets. They have different sort of sub-genres here of services. And I'll show you how to shortcut for this here in a second. But the command itself, start or stop, still works as usual. So I did want to show you here. This is the Linux guidebook, your textbook here, the free textbook. There is actually, starting on page 13, systemd. So what the older init systems talks about, and actually give you some examples here of differences. So whereas you use the service command to start, stop, or restart, or get the status, how it looks in system control. And then here you can see enable or disable, where we had on or off. So this is page 13, and page 14 itself actually is going to have what you need for the basics of systemd. So let's take a look at it here. So I am on Fedora. NetLab Fedora workstation here is a systemd based. Again, we're going to use the cups system here. We use cups command, the common Unix printing service. So systemctl is our command. Do it correctly, Mike. You can see if I just run it, I get a dump of everything. Almost like we saw with check config. I did check config on a init base, it just dumps out the current configuration of everything. In this case, we see everything. Here you can see there's dot services, which are pretty standard, but here's also dot socket, dot target. So, and there's other stuff too, but dot service, dot socket, dot target are the common ones. You can see if it's loaded, active, and running. And it gives you an example of what it is. Like the network.target is the network itself. Sockets is for sockets. Swap is for swap space. So it gives you a little bit of feedback on the output here of what it is. So in any case, now what you want to do is system control. We want to find our cup service. So we want the status. So we're going to issue, if I do dash help, it should give me a quick help here. We want to do the command, and we want to issue out the status. So in this case, it's command, what we want, and then the service one we want to check on. So here's start, stop, reload, restart, and status is down here also. So again, check config, systemctl, check config, caught myself there, systemctl, status, and we want to do for cups. So show you a hint here. Do cups, we're not sure what it is. Hit your tab key. You notice the dot shows up. Hit tab again, a couple more times, And you see it'll tell me there's a .path, a .service, and .socket. .service, there's my tab key again. So we have tab completion as part of the systemd infrastructure here. And we have the output from it. And you can see it is active and running. When it started, it's process ID number, so a little similar. And we get some information here, the group, systemd, and so on. So there's some information here, how long it started, 41 minutes ago, since the date, time, and so on. Now again, if you want to stop this, now you notice nothing came back. But you do service on it again, you see it is inactive. And we can go and start it. Look at the status. Again, now it's running again with an under and do PID. And also, again, we can do system control. And we can disable. I did tab completion there. So what it does is it removes links to start the cups. In this case, you can actually the output of the command itself. It's removing, these are links in SE systemd for those to start. Now let's check the status though. Again, it's still running though. So we still have that that dissection there where a running service is not stopped if it's disabled. Same as with check config and the service command. Here again with system control, we could disable the service. It still runs. We need to actually go in and shut it off manually. Now again, if it's been disabled and I reboot the system, it will not turn on again. So that is the basics of system control for systemd-based Linux systems. And again, there's some good information here, especially behind the scenes for init and systemd, how it works, and the linkage, how it works, and so on. But again, you have a nice example here on page 14 of the text with some good basics there of between init and systemd. So again, hope that helps, and I will see you again.